What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Big Blue Nation podcast. I'm your host, Josh, and today we have episode number 5 of this podcast coming at you guys here on February 28th, 2022. So, crazy week for the Cats, crazy week for several sports that I will be recapping here today. Baseball, football, basketball, crazy weeks, crazy games, and it is time to recap it all. So let's go ahead and dive right in here. Obviously, as you guys know, you know how I do. We start out with my favorite of the three, the basketball team. Basketball had an up and down week this week, beating LSU in a dramatic game, dramatic comeback at Rupp Arena on last Wednesday, and losing a heartbreaker in Fayetteville, Arkansas against the Razorbacks, 75-73. So obviously, because we lost that game, we ended up dropping one spot to number 7, which is very unfortunate. But we'll get into the absolute mayhem that was college basketball this weekend. Absolute mayhem. We'll get into that in a minute. We'll get into that when we recap the top 25. So obviously, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the two games of this past week. LSU, we won 71-66 in a game that we were down by as much as about 10, I believe. We were down by as much as, it looks like about 10 to 11 points we were down before starting to make a comeback, which was pretty crazy. LSU got all the way up to about 60, mid-60s. I don't think they reached 70% win percentage on the ESPN FPI, I believe it's called. So if we take a look at the box score, we don't care about LSU. We had, obviously, Xavier Wheeler and Ty Washington both did not play in this game, meaning that we had some people with some more minutes here. Bryce Hopkins had a whopping 16 minutes, almost as much as Keon Brooks at 21. Kellen Grady played all 40 minutes. Jacob Toppin played 39. Sheboy played 38. Mintz played 38. We had 2 minutes from Collins, 4 from Ware. I'd like to see Ware get some more minutes, to be honest with you. He doesn't stay in the game long enough to be able to do anything well. Because he's a fighter, and Dante Allen as well. I'd like to see him get in the game a little bit more. I'm not as high as everyone is on Dante Allen, thinking like, oh, this kid's insane or whatever. But he can knock down threes, and he's shown out a couple times on defense as well here. So I think he's going to be crucial in March as well. But if we take a look here at the scoring leaders, no one had above 20 points today in this game. It was kind of a low scoring affair, spread it out pretty well. Keon Brooks had 6, Jacob Toppin had 18, Lance Ware had 1, both Collins and Dante Allen had 0. All three, Grady, Mintz, and Hopkins, all had 13. Man, I feel so good for Bryce Hopkins. Man, he finally was able to come away and shoot the ball efficiently. He shot 5 for 6 from the field, shot a 3, and that's the only shot that he missed. Went 50% from the free throw line when he got there. I'd like to see him shore that up a little bit, but he had 4 rebounds in total, only 1 turnover, which was off of a press against one of the best defenses in the country, but it is what it is. 2 offensive and 2 defensive rebounds. This is what Cal said in his post-game interview, right? He rebounded, he shot the ball well, and he got more minutes. And he scored 13 points. The whole arena was going crazy for him, man, because he's been a guy that had such high expectations coming into camp early on, and just has not met expectations whatsoever. So everyone is super happy for him, especially the fans, and you can tell, chanting "We want Bryce" or "Let's go Bryce" or whatever. So it was a great feel-good moment for the whole crowd, and I'm sure Bryce Hopkins felt that. I'm super happy for him. He didn't really get to do much against Arkansas. We'll get into that absolute cluster F of a game here next. So it is what it is. He got more minutes. Keon Brooks, again, played pretty poorly. Only 1 rebound, no assists, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 3 fouls, 2 for 5 from the field. Sheboy had another double-double, obviously, 16 rebounds, 17 points for the man. He was our leading scorer once again. He went absolutely ballistic against Arkansas, which we will get into in a second. Why I think that he has a pretty clear-cut shot at being National Player of the Year. If you rob that of him, I'm going to be pretty upset based on the performance he just put in the hostile environment of Arkansas. I will go over that in a second, but it is what it is. As a team, we shot 46.9% from the field, 16.7% from three, and 71% from the line. They shot better from the three and from the line in that game. Xavier Pinson went absolutely off. He only shot, wait, what? Wow, he only had 6 made field goals. He shot 6 for 20. Oh, he didn't have 34 points. He shot 6 for 20, 26 points, and 12 for 13 from the free throw line. That's where their 83% comes from right there. He had most of their free throws. He had 12 of their 15 free throws made. But yeah, we got to shore up that 3-point shooting. Toppin was 1 for 2. He hit a bank shot, and 1 for 4 from Mintz. Grady went 0 for 5. Did not hit a single 3 in that game. And Bryce Hopkins missed 1 as well. He can knock those down, but not very consistently. But anyways, enough with the LSU game. Let's go ahead and get right into the shameful game, which was Arkansas, man. Again, I don't want anyone to overreact. We're going to be fine, right? We're going to be fine. Just cool it, okay? We're going to be fine, okay? This is one of the best games in college basketball. The only thing that really happened, I'm not going to blame the refs. We played poorly. They hit us in the mouth. They played a great game. Note dropped 30. I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do? Both teams shot around the same percentage, 45% from us, 48% from them. 3-point, they shot 1% better than us, 26 to their 27. Turnovers, 12 apiece. Rebounds, we out-rebounded them 39 to 32. If we look at the box score, Toppin only had 12 minutes, which I am severely disappointed that Toppin, I'm just realizing this now, Toppin did not get any minutes. 12 minutes out of a 40-minute game, and he has been one of our best on-ball defenders at any position. He can play that. He can play the defensive. He can score. He can kind of shoot from 3. And he can shoot mid-ranges. I think he could have helped us down the stretch, to be completely honest with you. But Severe Wheeler and Ty Washington came out off the bench. 35 minutes for Ty and 29 minutes for Xavier. This is one of the most spread out games of when we had everyone healthy. 19 minutes for Mintz, 30 for Grady, only had 3 points. That needs to get better. I'm sorry, I love Kellen Grady, but he took 3 total shots, all of them being from beyond the arc. He hit 1 of them. He shot 33%, which is not a bad percentage. 1 for 3 is not horrible. However, he took 3 shots. Every time you're looking at him on the court, he was standing still for the most part. We need to run to get him open for him to be able to knock down some shots early in games, because we can't continue to go down 14-2 to start the game, 15-2 to start the game. We cannot be doing that. We need to get him up and running early because we know what he can do. He can knock down threes with conviction, and he just was not able to do that. Mintz played 19 minutes, got 0 points. Kellen Grady played 30 minutes, got 3 points. Sheboy played 39 minutes, got 30. He dropped 30 points and 18 rebounds, 3 blocks, a steal, 2 assists, and 0 turnovers. Shot 13 for 21 efficiently. 4 for 7 is not bad from the line, but he's solid from the line. Just had an off day for him, honestly. Toppin had 2 points, shot 1 for 2, and his miss was a 3-pointer in 12 minutes. Collins, zeros across the board. He did not get in the game. Bryce Hopkins had 3 minutes, didn't record any stats. Lance Ware was in for 1 minute and recorded a rebound, and that was it. Ty Washington came in for 35 minutes, only had 10 points, shot 3 for 12. 3 for 12. That's not like him. 1 for 4 from 3. 3 for 4 from the line, pretty solid. I'll take that. And had 1 offensive rebound, only 3 assists. That's low for him. Did have 2 steals, though. He played really solid defense. That is one good thing about him. Again, Cal even said these two were rusty, so I'm going to kind of trust that. It did look a little rusty from them in the first half. Just that, that shooting is going to, Severe Wheeler, 29 minutes. He had a solid 14 points. Turned the ball over 3 times. We know he turns the ball over a lot. Had 5 assists. I'll take that every day. And had 3 rebounds. Shot 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, which is weird for him. And shot a decent 5 for 13 from the field. As a team, we shot 26% from 3, like I said, 45% from the field, and 69% from the free throw line, which has to get better. They shot 82% from the line, 27%. They shot better than us in literally every aspect of the game. Can't complain that we lost. We lost fair and square. JD Note again dropped 30. Williams had 16. He was big down the stretch. Williams, their center, he did a great job. But again, very disappointing game. I was really upset. Keon Brooks, I want to go ahead and address this real quick, man. He has missed some things that shouldn't be missed. He's taking shots that shouldn't be taken. He shot the ball 13 times, scored 14 points. That's not great. In 32 minutes, he didn't have a horrible game on paper, but if you watch the tape, he was loose with the ball. I can't count the amount of times that he would get even late in the game. Late in the game, he gets a rebound. There was 3 incidents for him alone that I'm not going to say cost us the game, but put us in a very tough spot to win that game down the stretch. And this is like last 5 minutes, right? I remember it was like a tie game, or they were up by 2 or 1, I can't remember. And Keon goes up, grabs a board. I'm like, good stuff, Keon. Way to grab the board. What happens? An Arkansas player, right after he gets the board, strips him. Clean strip, just knocks the ball out of his hands. Like, right out of his hands. I'm like, and they get the ball. And they get an extra possession, and guess what they get? A 3. Because everyone's down the court because they're like, oh, Keon got the rebound. So Xavier, Ty, everyone got down the floor. All of our guards and I think Grady as well got down the floor. Keon gets it stripped. They get an extra possession, and they have a wide open 3, hits it. What are you gonna do? Keon just got stripped of the ball. I understand, man. Things happen, but that's one instance. Another instance, Severe alley-oops him. It was in his hands. When I say it was Butterfingers, it was Butterfingers. It went whoop right through Keon's hands, and that was to tie the game, I believe, or take the lead, or to give us a little bit of This is when we had a lead of about 2 to 3. I believe it was 1, 2, 3 points. We had the lead, I believe, at this point, or it was tied, and that was to either give us the lead or extend our lead. And it goes right through his hands. It goes out of bounds, and then they get the ball back. These are late game mistakes that cannot happen. Late in games, you cannot be careless with the ball, not know where defenders are at, take dumb shots, which we'll get into in a second. And come on. You have the ball go right through your hands. I know it's not hard. I know it's not easy, right? I know I probably couldn't do it, but you're a D1 player that's played for Kentucky for 3 years. You should be able to grab the ball and slam it down. It is what it is. That one I'm not super mad at because I understand things happen, nerves, everything like that. It just slips out of his hands, right? But not knowing where the defenders are at and having the ball stripped out of your hands late in a game when it's crucial and it's a big game like that, that I cannot have happen because that led to a 3. The missed alley-oop was a turnover. And then he had, late in the game, coming out of a timeout, elbows the dude in the face. They call the offensive foul. I didn't really get a great look at it. Some people were saying it was a bad call and just saying let the guys play, and that was kind of a flop. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that what they called, right? But he elbows the dude in the face to push off to get the inbound. Not even to get open for a shot, to get the inbound. So he gets the inbound. They call the foul, and it's their ball. Even Coach Cal in his post-game interview said that call and that incident, that ruined us the game. That was with a minute and a half left, if that. and I believe we were down by 1. I think we were down by 1 at that case, or we were down by 2. I know we were down, I believe. I don't think it was tied. I think we were down by 1 or 2. That's another instance. The third instance I'm going to say is the missed three-pointer towards the end of the game. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, well, he was wide open. He can knock those down. But I am going to say he's not been shooting many threes this season. If we take a look at his stats specifically, 3 points, 3-point percentage in his career, he's shooting 26%. Or not, that's not his career. Over his career, he shot 26% his freshman year, which was his best 3-point shooting year, 21% last year, and 24% this year. However, if I can see his stats, he has only shot 19 threes and has made 5. So, 5 for 19, we're going for that guy. Now, that was not the play that Coach Cal brought up in there. And we were not desperate for a 3 either. So, there were so many things that I didn't like about that last play. He could have come back up and tried to drive and draw something and try to get an easy basket. I would have much rather take a 2 there. I mean, there's still 30 seconds left. 30, 25, 30 seconds left. Right? You get a 2, bring it within 1. Try to draw them to foul, or try to draw them to make a mistake on the inbound. And if they don't, right? And if they don't, then you foul. Hope they miss one. If they don't, you go for a 3. But you did not need a 3 there. Did not need a 3. And I'm disappointed with it, man. I really am. I also think that if you take a look at the tape, Kellen Grady was going to be wide open to Xavier's left instead of Keon Brooks to the right. So, again, Keon's been playing up and down all season. He's been mid all season long. Except for the Kansas game, he really showed out in the Kansas game. He cannot lie. But he's been mid, making dumb mistakes with the ball, dumb turnovers, just careless with the ball sometimes. And that's what's going to get us hurt in March, man. Carelessness in big games. And that's Keon Brooks. Again, I'm not mad at his shot. But at the same time, I don't think he should have taken it. Now, obviously, if he made it, oh yeah, heck yeah, he should have taken that. Sure, maybe. I'm not as mad at it if they tried to get like Shibwe open for a 3 or Xavier open for a 3. I'd rather trust Keon than Xavier for a 3. Even though Xavier hit 50% of threes from that game. I'd trust Keon over that. But Keon versus Grady, it looked like Grady was going to be wide open. Now, I could be 100% wrong. I'm going to actually look it up right now here on YouTube. They have the game up on YouTube. I'm going to look at that last play. And we're going to see what happened. Because I truly think that Kellen was going to be open. Even if he wasn't going to be wide open, I still think him being open enough gives us a better shot to win that basketball game, personally. I just don't think that because I want to look at this game. I want to look at this play. Here it is right here. Let's see here. Here it is. Okay. So Xavier's bringing it up. Oscar fakes the screen and goes back down, sets a screen for Grady, and Grady was open. Wasn't fully open, but he grabs that ball, and analysts around the country have said, he is one of the best at squaring his shoulders while he's moving. And then Shibwe tips it around. They get the ball. We look lost. Ty goes for the steal. Costs an extra couple seconds. So, game over. Frustrating. There was so many things that could have happened with that. I was also disappointed at, Oh man, it is what it is. But it is what it is now. But again, I would have rather had Kellen Grady on that. Again, he is moving. He's going to have a defender trailing him a couple, like probably about 6, 7 feet behind him. But he still has made those shots consistently in the past from that spot. Severe gets that ball to him quickly. Squares his shoulders, might hit that three, who knows. But, you can't make it. You can't do now. You can't go back into pass. So, anyways, I'm going to move on because I feel like I've been rambling about this game for way too long. So we're going to go ahead and take a look into the future here. And we're going to take a look at the future games that we have on tap here. So we have Ole Miss here on Tuesday, tomorrow night. I will be in attendance. Obviously, last home game of the season. We have 2 losses in our last 5. They have lost 4 of their last 5. They've lost at Auburn, home against Texas A&M, lost in overtime against South Carolina, and lost at Mizzou. However, they beat Georgia. We are a 16.5 point favorite. The over/under is 14, or not 14, 142. 96.4% chance for us to win this game. 3.6% chance for Ole Miss to win this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they sat out Xavier and Tai. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be mad at it either. Rest them up for the Florida game and in the future games and obviously the March tournaments. So I wouldn't be mad at this. I mean, they're the second worst team in the SEC. So I would like to see them sit this game, to be honest, because again they've been out, but at the same time you don't want them rusty. So we'll see. We'll see what Cal does. I trust in Cal. So. Their leading scorer, Merle, 11.4 points per game. Sheboy, 16.9. 7.7 for Brooks, the rebounds, and 15.3 for Sheboy. Assists, their leading assist man, 2.4. Severe and even 7. So, yeah. Pretty straightforward. I think we'll win this game. I mean, we're better in every single aspect. I mean, literally. They have more steals than us by 0.2, and that's about it. That is it. So if we take a look here, Florida, they give us a 79.2% or 72.9% chance to win that game, 27.1% chance for Florida to win that game. I think it's a dangerous game. Castleton, 16 points a game. Sheboy, 16.9. 15.3 rebounds for Sheboy and 9.1 for Castleton. 7 for Wheeler and Appleby with 3.9. We're averaging 10 more points than them. They are giving up less points than us. We're shooting a higher percentage, more rebounds, more assists. They have more blocks and more steals. They've lost 3 of their last 5. We've lost 2 of our last 5. They lost to Arkansas at home, Texas A&M on the road, and obviously us on the road as well. So that is that. It is on the road, so I am kind of worried about it. These Saturday games have not been kind to us, especially the daytime games at like noon, 2 o'clock. They've been struggling. We've been struggling with those. So I actually don't think that we have won a single one. So yeah, I think that was Auburn and this. Or actually Tennessee might have been. I don't know. Road games, early in the day, we've lost every single one on Saturdays. So those are the 2 games upcoming. Hopefully we win out. If we win out, we have a good chance of being top 6. Again, top 5. Maybe we'll see. I'd like to try to, if we can win out and Arkansas loses at Tennessee in their last game of the season, that could put us back up to a 2 seed in the SEC tournament. Because I believe how the SEC tournament works, the first 2 seeds get a bye and the rest do not. I'd like to get a bye because right now, obviously, they have the head-to-head matchup against us. So we really need to win out and have them lose at Tennessee, which is very plausible because Tennessee is one of 3 SEC teams that are undefeated at home. We are 1, Auburn is 1, Tennessee is 1. So Kentucky football. There's only one thing that really big happened. We signed our new offensive coordinator, the 49ers QB coach, Rich Scangarello, 3-year deal to become our offensive coordinator. A lot of players like that. He apparently had a lot of development with QBs and really good at that type of stuff. And Liam Cohen apparently recommended him to us. So I like it. I like the NFL guys. Keep bringing them in. But yeah, overall, that's really the big thing there. Obviously, Liam Cohen, like we discussed last week, has left for the offensive coordinator job at the at the Los Angeles Rams, Super Bowl reigning Rams. As for Kentucky baseball kicks off a 5-game week tomorrow, and it's going to be a rough one. So currently we are 7-0 now after winning 4 games this week. We beat Bellarmine 3-2. Bellarmine 3-2 on Wednesday. We beat Western Michigan 14-3 on Friday, and we beat Western Michigan 13-12 and 16-5 to round out the series sweep. This week, tomorrow we play Western Kentucky. We play Evansville on Wednesday. Those shouldn't be too difficult. I believe those should be wins. And then we take on number 17 ranked TCU on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in a 3-game series. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can take at least 2 of them and win the series. I would be fine losing one of those games. Hopefully we come out of this week 4-1. That's the hope. So we'll see how it goes. Currently, again, like I said, we're 7-0, 7-game win streak. At home we're 4-0. On the road we're 3-0. So yeah. If we take a look at statistics, batting averages right now. Currently, Daniel Harris IV leading us at 500. Jacob Plastiak at 467. Chase Estep 440. Rajanu got bumped down to 419. Ryan Ritter 367. John Thrasher had a great game when I was there, 263. Hunter Jump 233. And Adam Fogel 167. There's some other guys in there, but have not played enough to be considered into that stat. As they get in there, they will though. So. Pitching wise, ERAs, we have Zach Lee, Sean Harney, Wyatt, I'm not even going to try, Mason Moore, Colby Frieda, and Darian Williams, all with 0 ERAs, which is pretty good. They have not given up a single run. Now I'm trying to see innings pitched. 7, 1, 1, 5.22, and 4.1. So. And number 99, because they don't, whatever. Seth Logue is at 1.8. So, other than that, no one's sub 2. Cole Stupp is at 8. Daniel Harper is at 9. Ryan Hagenow is at 15.43. When did he pitch? When did he pitch? I've been waiting for him to pitch, and of course he just didn't when I was playing. I'm trying to find this, man. Now I'm trying to find it. Yes, it looks like Ryan Hagenow in 2.1 innings pitched gave up 4 runs. In that game, in that 13-12 win on Saturday. I've been waiting for him to pitch, man. And of course, what happens? I'm not there when he pitches. Whatever, it is what it is. He's our best pitcher, so with him having like a 13 ERA ain't great, but hey, it is what it is. So, anyways, that's baseball for you. If we go ahead and take a look back at college basketball here for a second, AP poll. Gonzaga 1, Arizona 2, Baylor 3, Duke 4, Auburn 5, Kansas 6, us 7, Purdue 8, Providence 9, Wisconsin 10, Nova 11, Texas Tech 12, Tennessee 13, Arkansas 14, Houston also tied at 14, USC 16, UCLA 17, UConn 18, St. Mary's 19, Illinois 20, Texas 21, Murray State 22, Ohio State 23, Iowa 24, and Alabama 25. So obviously we dropped from 6 to 7. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all lost, and number 9 lost in this past week, which is the craziest week of college basketball ever. First week that number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all lost in the same day. Gonzaga lost, Arizona lost, Auburn lost, Kansas lost, we lost, Purdue lost. So it is what it is. Purdue had the hardest fall from 4 to 8. We dropped from 6 to 7. Kansas dropped from 5 to 6. 3 to 5 for Auburn. Duke jumped from 7 to 4. Baylor jumped from 10 to 3 after beating Kansas. Crazy games. I don't know why Arizona didn't drop too much. I think that Baylor should have been ahead of them. I think they should have at least dropped one. Gonzaga is so far ahead that no one's, I don't know. I don't really know what else to change about this, really. It's just insane. It's just insane, man. It really is. With the amount of with the amount of losses, it was insane. You can't really bash the committee too hard because it was not an easy game, easy things to put on there. So, anyways, that's going to wrap up this episode of the Big Blue Nation podcast. I thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to tune in every week on Mondays when I recap college basketball, college football, baseball, everything for the Wildcats. And I will see you guys next time, next week. See ya.